Hi, Susie from Pink Diamond Guide, stopping by to do an update on the current energies at play and seeing how they're affecting our twin flame collective. Look, we've just moved into this Neptune going direct energy, and we did a reading yesterday, day before, whenever we did it, around the feeling that it might be like a bit of a crisis in faith, or feeling like you really just don't care about what's happening in this given moment. And it's definitely it's ruminated, and I'm definitely feeling that in the people that I'm talking to, the readings that I'm doing, even in the people in my inner circle, seeing the challenges they're experiencing with the way these energies are currently manifesting. I'm just gonna lift my chair up. That feels a bit better. Righto. Yeah, so I know these energies are sort of going to shift and change over the next couple of days, but what we're moving up to, then the next really big influence on our energy is going to be that full moon on the 8th, which is a full moon in Gemini, but it has a, look, I don't know all the proper astrological terms. I'm not an astrologer. I just track the energies, but it's sitting, the way I describe it is smack bang on Mars, right? So full moon in Gemini, smack bang on Mars, which is probably likely to challenge your temper, right? And it's going to be an energy of what can you release under that energy and who can you forgive. Now, if we know that the energy that we've been in with the Neptune shift from going retrograde to direct was designed to really sort of rattle our cage and give us maybe a bit of a crisis of faith. And now we're getting to the point where it's likely to challenge our tempers, because of the alignment that this full moon in Gemini has with Mars. That sets up a tinderbox, doesn't it? Right? But if we use this to our advantage, we can shift this energy. If we're asking the questions, what can you release and who can you forgive? I would expect that in this reading, we're going to start to see approaches where forgiveness is being sought, right? And the challenge of that energy is going to then be, with the push from Neptune going direct again, is to get hopeful, compassionate, and to surrender fearlessly into the unknown. They're going to be the themes that I want to read around today. So let's have a look. First, we'll read for the divine feminine, then we'll read for divine masculine. We'll have a look at that energy that we use as a bit of a bridge between the two, and we will look at some divine love oracle. Let's go. What are these energies? What have we got playing out? Straight up, Ace of Swords. Righto. Understanding is going to be super. Oh, Two of Cups. Right. The Strength card comes out in the soul space. The Devil comes into the challenge. The Seven of Cups is the advice from Spirit, and the likely outcome is the Empress. Wow, this is cool already. Let's have a look at the energy from the bottom six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Look what we've got here. We've got the Lover's card, the Five of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Now, what we were having a look at in the energy sort of from yesterday is the Five of Cups come out about not feeling guilty, about not caring. It's not that you don't care, but you're not emptying your cup for people. And there was an energy of going, we didn't want you to sit in a guilty energy of, it's kind of like, I've got no fucks to give kind of an energy was what was playing out under that shift in the way Neptune was traveling. And it was shaking our faith cage, but it was designed to get us into a better place. Now, here we've got the Five of Cups come around again, but here we've got it paired with the Lovers, and we've got it paired with the Queen of Swords. Now, Queen of Swords really can be that Ice Queen card, right? She can be, wanting to cut away any rubbish. But here comes the Lovers, right? And it really is that energy, when we talk about the Lovers, we're talking about the major arcana version of a love connection. We're talking about Adam and Eve. We're talking about temptation. We're talking about choices. We're talking about, arcana just literally means mystery. And if we're talking about the major mystery around the Lovers, right? Twin flames, could they not be the highest order of what that lover's energy looks like. It really is. There's so many different things that come into play to understand the journey of love and connection, and it involves promises of the divine. So we've got a lot playing out there going, all right, we've got the lovers there. So what I've been through in these energies is designed to teach me something, designed to challenge my, the way I described it was designed to challenge your faith. And what did Adam and Eve go through in that Garden of Eden? They had the snake come in and tempt them to move out of that place of knowledge, right? Or it actually tempted them into knowledge, didn't it? In like understandings, if you eat this apple, you will get all of the knowledge, but you have to come out of the garden. So there's something around that energy of going, that crisis in faith, because in Eve eating the apple, if you hang on to the story, she really did let go of her faith in the divine, and she dropped into a different form of knowledge. And then this energy has some level of regret. And then the Queen of Swords here is going, what do we need to cut away, right? And I just literally said this is like, what can you release? Who can you forgive? Are you being asked? And I thought this might have been an energy that come around in this scenario, is going, who are you being asked to forgive, or who can you forgive, and what can you release? What can you let go of? Is there anything that you feel in this regret, remorse, release energy that you can let go of? And do it in a really, really practical way. What can you forgive? And this is using your mind energy, your thinking, your neocortex, the highest level of your brain, and not getting bogged down in the deep emotion of the remorse and regret of everything you've been through, particularly when we're looking at the energy of the lovers, in your twin flame connection. So let's string that together and go, what do we need to release, and we're going to separate emotion from the way we're thinking. What do we need to release or forgive with regards to our twin flame connection? I wonder if we're going to see an apology come forward in the other side of this reading. I had that funny little feeling. Righto, here you are being strong and independent and capable. You're making your way forward on your journey with the Knight of Pentacles. Look at that, there's your 10. Look at that. You are your own 10 of Pentacles, Divine Feminine, right? It's like you want your connection, but you really don't need it. You can be your own 10 of Pentacles. And that sounds flippant to say, I know it is. But the kicker of these missions is that we want the unions, we want the connections, but we don't need them. We will be our own 10 of Pentacles if we need to be. Like if Divine Masculine's got work to do over there, so be it. If they need to be on a journey away from us because they've got things to learn and grow and move through, so be it. You will be your own leader. You will be your own voice, your own strength. You will carve your own place in this world. You will be your own 10 of Pentacles. Like if the 9 of Pentacles is you've done everything that you can possibly do on the journey that you're on, you just can't think of another way to make all of this work for you, and you go, well, I'm at the 9 and I want the 10. You go, I'm going to be the 10. I've just decided I'm going to be the 10. I'm going to carve my own path. I'm going to lead my own way. I'm going to be my own strong voice. And that really does, also lean into that Neptune energy that we're talking about, in going, right now, I don't care to to bow down to any journey that doesn't make sense to me. I don't care to bow down to any request that doesn't make sense to me. I'm grinding out my own path, and I will be vocal about the fact that if it doesn't serve me, then it doesn't serve me, and on my way I'll go. That's not to say that you are not still caring. That is not to say that you are not still giving. That is not to say any of those things. What we're saying is that under the current energy, look at this, King and Queen of Swords, you are being the masculine and the feminine and everything in between in the way you're thinking, right? Let's take this out of soul space energy. I'm right up in the neocortex going, the way I'm thinking right now is that I'm all that I need. And when my cup's full, then I can help others, but I'll be damned if you're going to empty my cup, right? And I'm able to vocalize it. The Queen of Swords, She's considered the bitch card of tarot. She's the Ice Queen, right? The King of Swords. And he's action oriented too. He's going to carve a path forward. He'll take that sword and he'll cut through any rubbish. Don't get in these two way. They're on a mission. And this is all sitting in your energy, Divine Feminine. I just feel this is you. You have got everything that you need to carve a path forward. Now, here's the tricky things about relationships, right? In going relationship trauma, you cannot heal outside of being in a relationship. You can't. You won't know if you've fixed up, worked on, been capable of moving into a settled relationship if you don't have a relationship to experience that with or practice it on. So what this is saying is going, I'm doing everything that I know how to do, and I'm going to move forward with everything that I've got in my, I'm going to be my own 10 of Pentacles, knowing that I cannot practice my healed self in a relationship scenario without a relationship being there. So I'm going to get out of my cup energy and into my sword energy and just carve my way through life. I'm going to let my words and my thoughts do the talking. I can let go of the pain. I can release the connection for the time that I need to release the connection. I'm offering plenty of forgiveness in the process. But right now, I'm just going to be all about what I need to do that serves me, right? And it's not that you don't care. Don't get me wrong, because look, you've got Empress energy there. You're still beautifully caring. And, you know, if somebody is, not that nobody's not worthy of your care and service and support, you're just not going to deal with entitled rubbish. You know, people who are taking advantage, you're not putting up with that because you've got clarity and understanding, right? Holy dooly, how much more swordsy can we be right now, Divine Feminine? I promise you, this energy is going to pass. This energy is going to pass, and we're going to sink right back into our feels very, very soon. But right now, it's like kind of, you know, you talk about cord cutting exercises. I reckon you're cutting every cord that ever existed that doesn't serve. You just see it clearly and you go, it doesn't serve me. I'm cutting it. See you later. Bye-bye. And it's, you know, it's an energy that you're not used to. It's the energy you're not practiced in, but it's kind of like, sorry, not sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry that you've been taking advantage of me, and now I need to cut away that rubbish from my life. And it doesn't matter how this is energy is presenting, because I said in the last reading as well, like if you haven't watched that one, it's definitely worth a look. That this energy is not twin flame centric. This is very you, and it won't matter if this is your best friend, your mum, your dad, your sister, your brother, your children, whoever is sapping your energy unfairly at this point of time is gonna get the chop, right? Because you're way up in you don't have your bleeding heart energy on. As much as you're in the Empress energy, you're going, I'm going to dish that out very, very carefully, and I understand what my Empress energy is here for. It's not fuel to be wasted and burnt out so that I'm not left feeling like I'm okay in the world. It's energy to be dished out appropriately. It's if you are in service, not here to be abused. You're here to serve, not be abused. Right. We've got soulmate energy pushing. It is how we're showing up in the world. So it's highly likely that because you're moving in an energy that is, you know, it's very, very swordsy, right? When you least expect Cups energy to come along, it comes along. So I'm going to suggest that even though you're very, very swordsy right now, I wouldn't be surprised if there was something along the lines of an apology. And please understand, I'm not making this twin flame centric at the moment. It's anyone in our vicinity who's been hurting us. So this might come from any direction. But the energy of the Two of Cups, yes, it's soulmate energy, and you can have a bunch of different soulmates, right? Has there been someone in your circle who's been teaching you this lesson of overgiving, right? Have they been taking advantage of you? What's going to come back? Because you're standing up for yourself, you're going to get that return serve of love. And look at this Strength card in the soul space. Oh boy, divine feminine, this is what is building. See, normally I would say to you, you don't need the strength card if you're not feeling fear and anxiety, but that's not how I'm reading this today. What I'm reading is that your soul energy is strong. You know, like that energy. If you like playing a video game and you know how you get the health bar at the bottom of the screen, and you know the more that you play the game, you take a few hits, they shoot you, you get up, and your health starts to deplete, right? I feel like we've been depleting that energy and waiting for the reboot to go, oh, you've got full health again in your soul space. Here it is. It's like your soul space has full health again. You're ready to move forward in a really, really positive direction. What's your challenge? Anyone who's toxic, just don't come near me. If you're toxic, step away. Thank you very much. And look, I don't mind that it comes through as a challenge, because what we've got that really, so we're probably going to encounter this energy. We probably will, but we've got everything that we need to overcome it. You know, this wonderful Ace of Swords level of understanding. It's clarity and it's focus and it's a push from the universe. The universe wants us to understand our Empress energy right now. It really wants us to have clarity. And the advice from Spirit is going for us to really lean into this energy right now, puts us in the pre-harvest. And I do think I'm like, you know, not that you can ever give guarantees in energy because free will is such a powerful force, but I think we're going to see apologies. I am going to include divine masculine in this. I'm going to include mum, dad, sister, brother, aunt, uncles, children, anybody who has come up against the Empress, who has taken advantage. I think you're going to have return serves, right? And you're going to go, this person's been horribly toxic to me. I don't know how I want to deal with them right now, because I'm not feeling horribly passionate. I'm feeling horribly swordsy, right? Where it goes, if it doesn't hit the neocortex just right, then I might just cut you off. You know that song, that Dua Lipa song? I cut you off. You can cry all you want. But I'm done. I'm done with anybody treating me with toxic behavior. And it's like, I cut you off. Yeah, you can cry all you want. What does she say? Your time is up or something like that. It is really the I don't give a fuck energy. Sorry to swear, but at the moment, it's like I don't give a, right? I care about you. I care about you, collective. I care about anyone who is genuinely, this is me in Empress energy, right? If you are genuinely trying to become a better person, if you are genuinely trying to ascend and you're running into roadblocks, if you are genuinely down on your luck and you don't know how to shift your energy, I care about you. I care about you 1000%. I'm never going to stop caring about people who need caring. Where this energy is coming, and this is why clarity is massively important, is Empress energy is not to be messed with. Empress energy is not for the devil. It's not for the entitled. It's not to be abused. And what we're figuring out is going out. Our Empress energy is a precious resource. We've worked really, really, really hard to get into Empress energy. And now Spirit is saying, defend that. Defend it with all you've got, Empress. You've worked hard for that energy. Why would you let somebody take it down? Why would you let somebody, deplete your health in Empress energy? And if the energy that is coming at us is giving us the I cut you off energy, you can cry all you want, your time is done, devil. Your time is done. I will literally cut your ass off. That's where I'm sitting. Don't be toxic with me. But all day long, I will be the Empress if you need me to be. If you genuinely need me to empty my Empress cup for you, I will. See, it's very, very specific in my mind how this energy is playing out. And this strength card in the soul space with the push from the universe for understanding and the likely outcome of the Empress. Oh my gosh, I've never felt more like that. The energy is so crystallized in the way that it doesn't feel like a mystery to me. Oops, sorry. bit of wobble there. Doesn't feel like a mystery to me how this energy is stacking on top of each other. No, energy all sits in layers, right? Lots and lots of different layers, and what we're trying to do is look at the nuances, and it's going to play out differently for everybody in the collective. But this collective is getting broader, right? More people are hearing about the phenomena of twin flames. Now, they do not need to be a twin flame to feel the effects of twin flames getting stronger. They don't. Because what we do when we get stronger, it's like a glass of water and you put one drop of food coloring in it, immediately that water will change color. It'll, like if you put one drop of red food coloring in a glass of water, it goes a little bit pink. But eventually you'll shift that color to red, right? It'll ground as a force, and you will change the constitution of that water and it will hold a different color. This is what's happening. This is what's happening, and more people are feeling the effect of the work that twin flames are doing. It's not just the small collective, it's a broader picture energy that's starting to take place. These thoughts are grounding, and communication is getting clearer and clearer and clearer. We've just about got Mercury that moves into Capricorn. That's about on the 6th, so we're really nearly on that energy, and that's going to be like thoughts are really down to earth and realistic, and communication gets bloody clear, right? These two, you've got them both, divine feminine. You've got the king and the queen pushing there, and you've got the ace of swords. Your communication is going to be bang on with what you want to do, and it will be that the Empress will not tolerate the toxicity of the devil. It just will cut you off. We are in the pre-harvest of it now, so it's energy that's settling. We're trying to figure it out, but very, very soon, divine feminine, watch for long-standing troubles, because Venus is about to move into Capricorn as well. We've got that on about the 9th. And long-standing troubles are about to get settled. You're going to have more comfort, more happiness. You're going to be surrendered into the unknown with Neptune moving direct through Pisces. But we do have one challenge in there, that's going to rattle our cages. And this is the energy that I'm feeling, going, I will take you down, devil. And this is, that full moon in Gemini that's, smack bang on Mars. It's likely to challenge your temper, right? And we're going to go, what can you release? I can release the devil. Who can I forgive? I can forgive anyone, because I am a twin flame. I am in divine love energy, and I know what I'm here to do. I can even forgive you if you are entitled and behaving really, really poorly. I can forgive you, but I will not empty my Empress cup for you. Right? So what can you release? Who can you forgive as we move through this big full moon energy? And then we get into the space where we're getting, long-standing troubles are going to settle, more comfort, more happiness, more clearer communication, and more realistic ideas. Divine feminine, I am feeling it. Let's have a look at divine masculine energy, because I could talk this all day. There's so many layers in this energy, and it feels like, the way it's stacking up in my mind, and it is because these two sit here, these three sit here. It all just looks like it's, it just feels so structured and so organized. It doesn't feel messy to me at all, like how that energy is playing out. And I really hope that I'm articulating it, but my gut feeling is if you're feeling this energy, your thoughts are going to feel really, really orderly as well, and knowing that we've got this little bit of fiery energy sort of there to play out, forewarned is forearmed. And quite my daughter and I, if there's two people who are going to have a row under these energies, it's my daughter and I. Love each other to bits. We're in each other's pockets all the time. We talk through all and everything. And then we will, if there's something that's likely to, if there's someone in my world who I'm likely to have a little snap with, it's her. If there's someone she's likely to have a little snap with, it's me, because we know we can kick against each other, and we're quite safe. So I sat with her last night, and she's a Gemini. She sits in Gemini, and I said to her, darling, we're about to move into this energy where it's most likely that you and I will have our tempers challenged. Not that we get into temper often. Like, this is just a going, I know if I'm going to lose my temper, I know who's going to be the one who is going to be in the firing line. So we sat there and went, this energy is coming up against us. We're going to have to be more vigilant over the next few days, not to let little things trip us into a space of being, argumentative with each other. And if you know, this is the joy of following energy. If you know these alignments are coming against you, and you've got someone in your world who's picking little fights with you for no good reason, and you're like, what the heck is going on there? You can go, I'm not copying that. I really don't want to sit in that energy. Thank you all the same. You can use your Empress energy. The Empress is connected to the cosmos, connected to the earth. She's very grounded, and she nurtures all and every who's in her path, right? And if she goes, I've got toxic energy, I know toxic energy is going to come at me, I am going to sit in my understanding of this energy and bring people in closer to me. I'm going to nurture, I'm going to love, and I'm not going to tolerate energy that comes at me that's toxic for no good reason. Why? Because I've got this shit covered. My soul energy is strong. My Empress energy is strong. Oh, I could keep going on about this energy. I won't. I'll move on. Divine masculine. What have you got going on? And if you're coming into our world, are you likely to be the one that cops our challenge to keep our temper? Are you going to be challenged to keep your temper around us? What can you release? What can you forgive? What have we got going on under this energy for you, divine masculine? Let's have a look. Righto. Oh, the Death card. What can you release? That's what we're asking. We've got the Three of Wands in the 3D, the King of Pentacles in their soul space. The challenge is the Ten of Pentacles. The Sun card is the advice, and the likely outcome is the Queen of Cups. Gee, this is a nice match, isn't it? Interesting. From the bottom of the deck, we've got the Emperor, Ace of Cups, the Magician, the Star, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Eight of Pentacles. Oh boy, divine masculine, what have we got going on here for you? This energy has been around you for a little bit, and I know this energy that, probably 2 or 3 days ago I did a reading that was all about, let me show you I'm going to get to work, right? Look what we've got. I am going to get to work, but right now probably, like, this is a push from underneath the deck, so it's kind of like a bookending energy. Or, we talk about energy being in layers, so it's a layer of the energy that's probably, it feels more subtle, more nuanced, right? But it's like, come on, divine masculine, I'm going to get to work. This is somebody getting to work, doing what they need to do to get the job done. But here, the Wheel of Fortune, right? Life spinning on a dime. This is really, really positive stuff. We're going, you get to work, right? You get to work on what it is that you need to be doing, what you should be doing, what is aligned with a more, comfortable life. And this is, yes, it's your physical work. It's what you get up and that you do every day. I'm going to say, though, this is working on you, because look what we've got. We've got the Star here, right? And the Star is, we do have the King of Pentacles in the soul as well, which suggests it's work on you. The Star is pouring in all the magic juice that is required for you to learn and grow, right? You get to work. You get to work. And I've seen this energy before. It's like, you get to decide whether you get these blessings or not. What do you release? What do you forgive to be able to turn the wheel in your fortune? Now, the one thing I can't read on here, divine masculine, is free will. I can't read on your free will. But if you get to work, the universe will get to work with you, and you will have the Wheel of Fortune turn 180 in your favor. This is a positive blessing. And it almost happens as if changed by night. You were one way yesterday, you're this way today. Why? Because you got to work on being better. This is soul-based work, is how I'm picking it up. Because we've got the King of Pentacles in the soul space, and because we've got the Star, we've got this angelic type figure pouring water, divine wisdom into the well. Yes, a little bit is getting spilt. I can see that's kind of, I feel like this right now is like, you don't have to know it all. You don't have to feel it all, but you do got to get to work. If you really want the blessings of the divine, It comes back to you, how you think, how you act, what you put into your day, the way you talk to people, the way that the things that you listen to, the openness of your energy. Do you meditate? Do you eat well? Are you getting up every day and taking care of business? But it's not just the physical things, it's all of the mental and spiritual and emotional things. You do those things, and the universe is going, I'm ready to turn this wheel for you. Righto, what have we got as our next layer of energy? See, the Magician, the Ace of Cups, and the Emperor. Now, I've been calling Divine Masculine out, going, are you a page running around thinking you're a king? Are you? Are you a page running around thinking you're a king? Are you acting like a douchebag and expecting everybody to fall at your feet and worship? Is this some kind of wake-up call that's coming your way that says you want to act like a king? You have to transform, right? And look what we were just saying in this other energy, going, you've got the pentacles, you've got the cups, you've got the swords, and you've got the wands. And here, the perfect alchemy, for that perfect alchemy to take place, for that transformation to take place, the elements have to all be working synchronistically. Synchronistically. You have to have all the elements. Alchemy doesn't happen by accident. It happens by design. It happens controlled. They don't turn lead into gold because they accidentally tip the right amount of love into the mix. They need the right amount of work, getting up, doing your job, making sure that you're providing, or, you don't have to necessarily be a provider, but, doing your bit for getting up and having, where do you live? How do you provide food? Are you responsible for a family? The Pentacles is going to take care of those facets. The Cup, are you giving and receiving love and affection in a healthy way? Do you understand the divine presence in that cup? Because I talk about the Ace of Cups as being self-love, divine love, and then love of others. Have you got the right mix of love playing out? Are you thinking in a healthy way? What's going on? What's the dialogue that's running in your mind? Are you thinking, oh, everybody treats me like crap? Everybody treats me like shit and expects me to be happy about it. Are you sitting in a victim mentality, or are you thinking, what can I do to improve my situation? What thoughts are running through your head, and are they real? Are they balanced, and are they practical? And then finally, with the wand, what are you passionate about? Are you getting up and going after the things you're passionate about? Because if you cannot bring all of these four elements together, you will not shift your situation from lead to gold. It just won't happen. Alchemy is a very, very careful balance. But here, look what you've got. So perhaps the element that's missing from this, maybe you are getting up, going to work, managing it. Maybe you are starting to think the right things. Maybe you are starting to take action and be more passionate. The divine says, are you giving and receiving love in a healthy way? With the divine, with yourself, and with those around you. Is this the element that's missing from the Magician to turn you into the emperor that you want to be? You want everybody to treat you like a king? Transform. Do what's necessary to bring yourself into the energy of the emperor. It is not going to happen by accident. You need to work it. Righto, the push from the universe. You got to change, baby. You got to shut the door on the crap that's been holding you back. And I know that sounds like I'm being really, really flippant, but there's been a lot of energy around divine masculine that has been back and forth kind of energy of going, not really committing to the process of change and alchemy. And the universe is going, what do you want your life to look like? What do you need to release, and who can you forgive? This death card is going, shut the door on the old chapter. Quite literally. And you had the Wheel of Fortune there too. Look, it's going, get to work, right? Because the Wheel of Fortune wants to turn in your favor. And when it does, when that Wheel of Fortune turns 180, you want to be prepared to shut the door on the crap of the past. So what can you release? Who can you forgive? That death card is solid. It's major arcana, right? It's like once you slam that door, you can't go back. That's the push from the universe. They want a new chapter to unlock, because in this new chapter, look what happens. or your ships come in. Right? You get what you want. You get what you want when you make the transformations necessary. Get to work, right? You had that Eight of Pentacles there. Get to work, because we want to transform your life. We want you to have your ships come in and you be the emperor that you believe yourself to be. I just get this funny feeling of going, why don't people think that I'm all that? Right? Why do people judge me as less than what I believe myself to be? Like, my gut feeling is because you don't actually believe it yourself. You put on a facade of this emperor energy, but you're walking around as a page. You want to be an emperor? Transform, grow, develop, make the alchemy necessary for you to have your ships come in your soul space. Look what comes in, the King of Pentacles, right? Get to work. Get to work on these soul lessons. I can't put it any plainer than that. I don't see this energy as being anything different really to what's playing out here. The King of Pentacles really does, in my mind, he is an emperor who works really, really hard and has had degrees of success. But how I'm really reading this energy is that card could have sat there as easily as that card could have sat there. This is an energy of going, it's time to do your soul work and master it. What is your challenge? The Ten of Pentacles. Now, remember what we were talking about down here? We had, if your challenge is the Ten of Pentacles, and the Divine Feminine goes, yeah, because I've got them all. I'm the Ten of Pentacles. So, you can't be my Ten of Pentacles if I've got myself into a place where I'm my Ten of Pentacles. So Divine Masculine is sitting there going, I don't know how to get back into that place where you see me as the Ten of Pentacles, instead of just going, Divine Feminine's here going, oh, I don't need you. I can do this all by myself. I don't want to. See? I don't want to. I'm having to employ an extra strategy for me to be able to do that. I'm going to have to bring another pentacle in. I'm quite good in my Nine of Pentacles. I'm doing really, really well. But I really want the 10, so I'm just going to manufacture it of my own accord. I don't need you to be that 10 Pentacles. So, well, it then becomes the challenge for the Divine Masculine. Is Divine Feminine is their own 10 of Pentacles, and Divine Masculine has not figured out, or Divine Feminine is their own 10, and Divine Masculine has not figured out how to be their own 10 of Pentacles just yet. The advice from Spirit, right? The Sun. Come on, Divine Masculine. It's time to lighten up. It's time to feel the warmth on your back. It's time to get to work. The Sun is the most abundant, happiest card in tarot. It's available for you. It's like coming out, and the energy has been of, sitting in your cave and just resting in your melancholy, thinking that somehow by a miracle that someone's going to come and change things on your behalf, that somehow that you can not bring everything necessary to the table for the magician to turn your world from lead to gold. You want your world to turn from lead to gold? Step out into the sun. Expose yourself to the beams of the divine. Absorb that energy and start moving on the work of your soul space, because the likely outcome, and it's interesting because what I feel like the magician needs is love, right? A fair exchange of love, give and take. But the likely outcome is, if you can make the transitions necessary, if you can work with the magician to transform your energy, and you close the door on the past chapter, your likely outcome, look, you've got the Empress and the Queen of Cups sitting there as a duo. Holy moly, that's the most love that any two people can really feel in tarot. This beautiful nurturing energy and this pure cup of love. You can do it, Divine Masculine. Just get to work. Let's build a bridge. What's going on? What question should we ask of this bridge today? What question should we ask? What question shall we ask of this bridge today? Divine Masculine. What actions do you plan to take? What actions do you plan to take in the next few days towards your Divine Feminine? Let's have a look. What actions do you plan to take in the next few days? Oh my gosh. Here comes the Emperor. And the Ace of Swords. And the King of Cups. Wow. The Devil. The Eight of Cups. And the Nine of... What? This is interesting that comes out in the reverse. Because what was I just calling out? I'm saying that the masculine, stop acting like a victim. Stop sitting in your cave and thinking everybody else has got to fix the problem for you. Start realizing that, that Taylor Swift song, yes, I'm the problem, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me. I need to work this energy. So what do I intend to do? I intend to stop being a victim. I'm going to work really hard to understand what it is to be an emperor and take some level of action towards it. I'm going to allow love to bloom within my heart. Like the King of Cups is, you know, these two are a pair, which is lovely, right? The King and the Queen of Cups. The King is the more action oriented energy when it comes to love. So it's like taking some kind of, just say action towards, but this is happening in a soul space. So maybe you're intending to review the way you think about love, review the way that you think about your connection, and try to understand what it is when the Empress is looking to be matched with an Emperor. Maybe you're trying to understand what is the love language of the Empress. I'm trying to understand your love language. I'm trying to understand what it is that makes you feel safe. I'm trying to understand what it is that I do that puts you, that wants you to push me away, or wants you to keep me at bay. What keeps our connection at bay? How do I want to phrase this? This King of Cups, because it's still a soul-based energy, right? So it's still happening in a level that's not being expressed. What's happening on the surface is I'm gaining clarity. I'm gaining understanding. My challenge is the devil, right? My challenge is the devil. It's all the things that come at me, all the things that challenge me about being alive in the world. I don't know how to give and take love properly. I don't know how to make these exchanges. I don't know how to stand up and be the emperor that you want me to be. I try, but at the baseline of who I am, I kind of feel, look, if we look at this guy, I feel like a bit of a page. I want to walk away from all my troubles. I want to leave the troubles behind us and move towards a new horizon. But I'm really, really challenged by the devil. And I don't know how to get out of that energy and stop behaving in ways that actually don't serve what I'm doing. Sorry about that. But let's get back to it. What's our likely outcome is that I'm going to stop acting like a victim, right? I'm going to figure out how to walk away from my page-like ways. I'm going to understand how this devil affects me in a daily way and how it keeps me from being the emperor that I'm born to be. I want you to treat me like an emperor. I want you to see me as someone who's got things under control, someone who works hard, someone who nurtures, someone who protects. I don't want to be seen as a sniveling victim. I want this victim, because the Nine of Wands in reverse is fully my victim energy. When you do that, that's the wounded warrior. That's someone who's going, yep, I've been through the battles, but I'm actually being quite courageous in what I'm doing. When it's in the reverse, it's going, I'm going to sit as a victim of all I've been through, right? And you can choose to be a victim all day long, but if you do, you will never be the emperor. So in the actions that the divine masculine is looking to take, what I'm picking up is that he really wants to get clarity on what it is to be an emperor and to go toe to toe with their demons, with the devil energy that comes against them, because they don't want to be a victim anymore. See this? This says to me, I'm walking away from being a victim. If this is the 8 broken cups, this is the energy that's sitting in the 8 broken cups, just being a victim. I'm walking away from that. Righto, let's have a look at some Divine Love Oracle. What have we got there? Divine Feminine first. Let's find a card for you. Oops. See, that devil doesn't want to be on there. He wanted to be picked up and moved away. All right, let's choose one. Let's go. 2 from 1. reflect and mature. I like that. I like that. Divine Feminine, you understand this. 2 from 1. We have come from the same template, right? The origin point from where twin flames derive. When you're a twin flame, it's the same template. It's like the divine came down and took a scoop of water, and from that 1 scoop of water, he tipped it into 2 cups. Right, 1 scoop of water, 2 cups. Whereas if you're not a twin flame, he just goes 1 scoop of water. You're a human. But if you are a twin, 1 scoop of water, another cup, split it between the 2. You share the same scoop of potential energy, that same soul template. So you are 2 from 1. Let's have a bit of a read of this one. Twin flames share a point of origin. Hang on. I'm going to have to read this over here. My eyes are terrible. Twin flames share a joint point of origin, or is often described the same soul. Though not always described as twin flames, the story of one soul living as 2 entities has echoed throughout history and has often been described so poetically, including by Emily Bronte in Wuthering Heights, penning the words, "Whatever our souls are made out of, his and mine are the same." Every tale echoes the original creation story of Adam and Eve, where Eve was crafted from Adam's rib. It is the tale of 1 into 2, a divine masculine and a divine feminine, connected eternally, sharing a singular soul journey. Right? Now, when you know this is one of the kickers here, is we have a very, very fundamental understanding of this, don't we, divine feminine? We have a very, very fundamental understanding, is that both energies reside connected. These connections are never apart. It's why we can draw on this masculine energy right now, is because both facets of the connection belong to us. We're never not one. We are always connected. We can put these connections up on the shelf for forever and a day, and you will still feel them, because the wire that joins you, there's not nothing in the nothing. You are always joined. You are always connected. You are entangled with each other eternally. So at the moment, if all this is a cerebral knowledge, if you don't know this as a truth, accept it as a cerebral knowledge. You are always connected. Even if you are not physically within each other's realm, you are always connected. That 2 from 1 energy. And right now, your divine masculine is reflecting deeply. This is what I feel like they're reflecting on. Being a victim. Like, they don't want to come across as if they're acting the victim, but I feel like they've been through a lot, they're processing a lot, and they go, why can't I just be seen as the bloody emperor? Why can't you just worship the ground I walk on, because I am the emperor? I don't want to show you this victim mentality side. And I think there's a lot of reflecting going on, because this energy shows up as a page, like a page would sit in a victim mentality. What he wants to do is show up as the emperor. And I get the feeling he's been knocked over a little bit of late and is reflecting on why people are not seeing him in that energy of being the emperor. Head is down, body is, it's a real pulled in energy of going, I'm not being seen the way I want to be seen. So I'm taking some serious time in, it's an inner reflection. It's a what's that word? You take it to, it's soul deep stuff, going, how I'm seen and how I want to be are poles apart, and I really need to spend time to figure that out. But this is the joy of this. Right now, the connection is maturing, right? You know this on a cerebral level. You just get it, divine feminine, and right now, the cerebral is all that matters. I can make it a very, very practical thing that I do. Even though I know I'm in separation and I've got some big energies to process, I can do it in a very, very cerebral way. It's not breaking me right now to know that my connection is 2 from 1, but it sits over there. I've put it up on the shelf. There's a maturing that's happening in the fact that divine masculine is actually reviewing the way he's behaved. And I just get this feeling that they think they've been hard done by somehow, some way, and they've got to, There's a challenge energy in the wind. There's a challenge energy. But in that challenge, are we going to see some level of taken action towards an apology? You've got a couple of beautiful energies there that say that my reflections will lead to my maturing, and the challenge that I'm going through right now may just lead to some apologies. Now, I'm thinking apologies are playing out beyond the twin flame scope. So I think you're going to have some really mature energy come your way. Just be aware that there's also the likelihood that your temper could be challenged. But in that, what the questions that we want to ask are going, what can I release? And who am I ready to forgive? Righto, that's our reading for today, Divine Feminine, Masculine, who's ever joined me. I want to say a big thank you if you watched this far. And I'm going to wrap it up from there. So in faith, hope, and love, it's bye from me for now.